Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I've muted. Yeah.
Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, two stars who brought undeniable chemistry to A Simple Favor. But while their on-screen dynamic was electric, behind the scenes, a whole different story. For years, fans speculated that something wasn't quite right between the two actresses. Now, Anna Kendrick has finally confirmed what many suspected: she's not a fan of Blake. Not even a little. And with the Baldoni lawsuit casting a shadow over Blake's reputation, old interviews and past interactions are resurfacing. Moments that once seemed like harmless banter now feel like clear signs of long-standing tension. Fans are re-watching press tours, red carpet interviews, and candid behind-the-scenes clips, piecing together clues that suggest Anna had been subtly hinting at her true feelings for years. Their off-screen friction wasn't just an extension of their characters, it was real. From icy interactions to subtle jabs, it's clear their relationship was far from friendly. But what really went down when the cameras weren't rolling? According to insiders, the behind-the-scenes drama was even messier than fans ever imagined. And now, with the highly anticipated sequel to A Simple Favor officially in the works, the drama is reportedly flaring up all over again. Tensions over top billing, promotional duties, and Blake's ongoing legal troubles are reigniting old conflicts. Some even speculate that Anna Kendrick is using this moment to finally distance herself from Blake. For good.to understand how their rocky relationship spiraled to this point, we need to rewind back to 2018. At the time, A Simple Favor was one of Hollywood's hottest films, and Anna and Blake were hailed as the perfect on-screen duo. On the surface, they seemed friendly, sharing laughs and playful banter in interviews. But if you look closer, the cracks in their dynamic were already showing. Now, a resurfaced press tour interview is taking on a whole new meaning. What once seemed like casual conversation is now being seen as something much deeper. Possibly even the key to understanding their feud. So, what exactly did Blake say? And why are fans convinced it exposes the real reason behind her falling out with Anna? Let's break it all down.
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
At first, it seemed like a simple compliment, Blake Lively praising Anna Kendrick for her uplifting attitude. But listen closely, and you might catch what fans now believe was not a genuine remark. Many are convinced Blake was actually throwing subtle shade at her co-star. And once you hear how she said it, you might just agree. But that was only the beginning. During the same interview, Blake suddenly shifted the conversation to a personal story about her mother, how, as a child, she used to judge her mom for being too confident. On the surface, it seemed like an innocent anecdote. But given the context, fans now suspect there was something much deeper behind her words. Was Blake subtly calling out Anna? And if that wasn't enough, Anna later added fuel to the fire in the same press tour, casually admitting that she had muted Blake on Instagram. To most people, muting someone on social media might not seem like a big deal. But in Hollywood, it's a statement. Social media plays a major role in celebrity relationships, and muting a co-star, especially one you're supposed to be friends with, sends a pretty clear message. The real question is, why did Anna feel the need to mute Blake? Was it just an innocent decision, or a sign of a deeper rift brewing behind the scenes? And now, with the upcoming sequel forcing them to reunite, will this long-standing tension finally explode into something even bigger? Let's get into it.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I've muted.
Good.
Yeah. Blake Lively.
And honestly, that entire interview was a train wreck from start to finish. One fan even called it out, writing, "Why do I feel like Blake and Anna are trying way too hard to act like they get along? They sound fake." Another didn't hold back, calling Blake the queen of mean girl energy. And if you thought the awkwardness on camera was bad, behind the scenes it was full-on war. The hosts of the Celebrity Memoir Book Club podcast, Claire Parker and Ashley Hamilton, recently dropped some inside tea that sent fans into a frenzy. An anonymous insider who worked at Lionsgate reached out with a text that shook everyone. "Hey, I saw your TikTok about Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. I worked at Lionsgate at the time, and I can confirm, the rumors are true. They hated each other. The studio even had to step in and tell them to fake being friendly during the press tour because it was getting way too obvious." Yep, you heard that right. The tension wasn't just fan speculation. It was so bad that the studio had to step in. Thought this was just a petty workplace rivalry. Think again. According to sources, Anna was fiercely competitive with Blake. So much so that she allegedly demanded more promotional coverage and even had the production team Photoshop her to appear bigger on the A Simple Favor poster. A producer reportedly spilled that the tension on set was unbearable. "We had to shoot around it." And judging by what fans have uncovered, that might be the understatement of the year. Internet detectives have even resurfaced another cringeworthy interview moment where Blake's expression said it all. She looked 1 second away from completely snapping at Anna. Fans wasted no time analyzing the clip, with one writing, "Blake looks so intimidated by Anna in this. It's all in the body language. Anna knows how to stand her ground, and she's not afraid to roast Blake." And that's just the
sense of humor, and they also both make everyone that they're around better at what they do. Like they're just because you sink or swim, and it's true. You guys are both so good that people just like get on their A game.
She compliments me all the time in public and on TV. Oh my god, that's the way to my heart. I'm a very selfish person.
If you need even more proof that the tension between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively ran deep, just take a look at their BuzzFeed interview. When asked about the toughest day on set, Blake recalled a moment that immediately raised eyebrows. She mentioned how she was allowed to arrive an hour and a half late after working late the night before. Sounds fair, right? Well, here's the kicker. Anna didn't get the same treatment. Blake casually admitted, "I came in and I was in hair and makeup, and I was like, oh weird. Where's Anna?" And they were like, "Oh, she's been ready for an hour. We didn't push her call time." Anna, not even trying to hide her frustration, fired back with a savage response, "That was the day I decided I hate you." And judging by everything we know now, she wasn't joking. At this point, it's obvious. Anna and Blake's so-called friendship was nothing more than a carefully crafted Hollywood illusion. But just how deep did their rivalry go? And this is exactly why fans are convinced Anna Kendrick is Team Baldoni. During her recent appearance at the British Academy Film Awards, Anna took the stage to present the award for Best Director. On the surface, her speech was all about praising directors for their hard work and the respect they command on set. But fans? They were reading between the lines. Why? Because Blake Lively has been accused for years of undermining directors, especially when it comes to demanding control over the final cut of her films. And guess what? The director at the center of all this drama? Justin Baldoni. The very person Blake is currently feuding with. Was Anna's speech just a coincidence? Fans aren't buying it. One viewer summed it up perfectly. When Anna said, "We all respect directors," the unspoken part was, "Except Blake Lively." And let's be real, Anna is known for her sharp wit. If she wanted to subtly throw shade, mission accomplished. But the drama doesn't stop there. With the highly anticipated Prime Video sequel Another Simple Favor in the works, the tension between Anna and Blake is allegedly at an all-time high. Sources claim the two have been clashing behind the scenes, not just over top billing, but over the fact that Blake's ongoing legal mess is overshadowing the film's release. And here's where things get even messier. Blake isn't exactly doing herself any favors with how she's handling the situation. Instead of addressing the backlash, she's staying silent. And insiders claim Anna is doing everything she can to distance herself from the chaos. According to one source, the situation is beyond tense behind closed doors. There's a gigantic pink elephant in the room that no one is acknowledging. The backlash to the initial promo has been brutal. Some people are even protesting and refusing to see it. And let's not forget, aside from these films, Anna and Blake have nothing in common. Another source explained, they have a working relationship, and that's it. There's no real friendship, no close bond. And now, executives are scrambling behind the scenes for a last-minute fix, because Anna reportedly wants to cut ties with Blake for good. So what happens next? Will this long-standing tension finally explode into full-blown Hollywood drama?
Blake Lively, after her biggest success, was just met with a lot of controversy, but now to make things worse, it's come out she feuded with Anna Kendrick. Blake Lively had one of the biggest hits of 2024 with It Ends With Us, which made $346 million on a budget of $25 million. The issue was Blake Lively didn't get along with her co-star, who's also the director of the movie, Justin Baldoni, and the two refused to do any press together. Blake Lively said that Baldoni didn't listen to any of her ideas and also got offended because he asked her wait. The only reason he asked her wait was because he has back issues and there was a scene he had to pick her up, and many who worked on set found Blake Lively was being annoying with the ideas. Now it's reported Blake Lively had another issue making the 2018 movie A Simple Favor, which was a success, making $98 million on a budget of $25 million, but she didn't get along with Anna Kendrick. It was reported they were both pretty immature, where Anna Kendrick demanded to show her cleavage in the poster to distract people from Blake Lively. And the two didn't have a good relationship on set, which is why they didn't do many interviews marketing the movie together. Now, strangely enough, after years of saying they wouldn't do a sequel together, they just announced they will be making a sequel to Simple Favor. Many are accusing Blake Lively of doing just to escape the Justin Baldoni complaints. Hey, it got fans a sequel, and with that, I'm Charles Prowl. Please subscribe to learn something.
Will Anna Kendrick go through with the press tour as planned, or will Hollywood force her and Blake Lively to fake one last show of unity? Let's get into it. Originally, the studio had one goal: Anna and Blake promoting the film together. That was the plan. That was the agreement. And at first, both actresses seemed on board. But now, Anna might just go solo, leaving Blake to deal with the mess on her own. Sources close to the situation reveal that while Anna is still committed to promoting the movie, she's making one thing crystal clear: she wants nothing to do with Blake's growing controversy. She's keeping her distance, refusing to get dragged into the drama, and she's fully prepared to handle the press tour alone. And honestly, can you blame her? Anna knows exactly what will happen if she and Blake appear together. Every interview, every headline, every soundbite will be twisted into another discussion about Blake's lawsuit. And Anna? She wants no part of it. Meanwhile, Blake, who is contractually obligated to do some press, has reportedly been given the freedom to decide just how much she wants to participate. Beyond the South by Southwest Film Festival, she might not do anything else. And if we've learned anything about Blake Lively, it's that she's going to play things her way. But here's the real kicker: Anna wasn't prepared for the backlash that came her way the second the movie poster dropped. Fans immediately called for a boycott, with some even labeling Anna as nothing more than collateral damage in Blake's controversy, an insider revealed. Anna Kendrick is not used to being caught up in this kind of drama. The comments on Instagram have genuinely upset her, especially the ones saying they refuse to watch the film because of Blake. And apparently, that was just the beginning. Behind the scenes, Anna and Blake are at each other's throats, this time over top billing. See, last time, Anna got top billing over Blake. So naturally, she assumed it would be the same deal this time. But Blake? She had other plans. According to reports, Blake pushed hard, through her reps, to have her name appear first. And Anna? She wasn't having it. What started as a small issue turned into weeks of heated negotiations. Finally, the studio had to step in to mediate, and they reached a compromise: staggered billing. What does that mean? Anna's name appears first, but Blake's will be on the right-hand side slightly higher. Now in Hollywood, staggered billing is supposed to be equal. But let's be real. Neither Anna nor Blake was happy with the deal. They both knew they had to settle, but it seems like Blake wasn't about to let this go without making one last power move. Fans immediately noticed something very telling on the official movie poster. Blake's name is positioned just slightly higher than Anna's. A subtle but very intentional flex, almost like she wanted to make sure everyone knew exactly who had the upper hand. And honestly, it's no shock that Anna doesn't want to work with Blake anymore. Because Blake's mean girl reputation isn't just a rumor. It's allegedly so bad that it forced a crew member to quit the industry altogether. Here's where things get even messier. The drama resurfaced after their A Simple Favor co-star Henry Golding posted about the sequel. That's when former assistant director Barbara Seaman dropped a comment that shook fans to their core. "I worked with you on the first one. My experience with everyone was absolutely amazing. Except for a certain someone who is the reason I quit being an AD. Guess who that person is? I wish you all the best with this though." Ouch. And if that wasn't enough, Barbara followed up with an even more chilling comment: "Thanks for the kindness. I want to avoid attention around this, but I will say, she was cruel to many. I know I cried my way home many nights because you try so hard to please someone who is never pleased and puts you down constantly. I can't believe it's actually coming back to her." Yikes. This isn't just a co-star throwing shade, this is a crew member saying Blake was so awful that she left the entire industry because of her. And while Barbara later deleted her comments, fans saved the receipts. Now, with another simple favor on the horizon, it's clear that Anna is done playing along. The tension between her and Blake isn't just lingering, it's boiling over. And with all the controversy surrounding Blake, could this be the final straw that pushes Anna to officially cut ties for good? Let's find out. Because karma is real, and it looks like it's finally catching up to Blake. Fans are convinced Anna's recent comments were a direct jab at Blake's messy legal battle with Justin Baldoni. But let's be real, Blake's biggest concern shouldn't just be Justin making her look bad. Because there are plenty of people lining up to expose her, including Anna herself. And if Blake thought she could silence the chatter, she's got another thing coming. But instead of stepping back and letting things cool down, Blake is doubling down. She's not backing off from the legal fight anytime soon, and she's now filed a subpoena demanding access to Justin Baldoni's phone and internet records, as well as the records of his associates. Why? Because she's convinced Justin orchestrated a smear campaign against her, and she wants the receipts to prove it. But the internet? They're not having it. Fans are roasting Blake's legal strategy, calling it a ridiculous reach and a full-blown invasion of privacy. One person even joked, a colonoscopy would be less invasive than what Blake is trying to pull here. And honestly, good luck getting a judge to approve that. But wait, it gets worse. One of the biggest shockers in this whole mess. Blake allegedly pulled a disgusting power move at Justin's own movie premiere. Reports claim Justin was forced to stay in the basement during his own event, while Blake enjoyed the spotlight. Fans who witnessed it were outraged. One person even commented, "She really did this? This is next-level cruel. Justice for Justin." So at this point you have to wonder, is Blake getting desperate? Does she really think this legal stunt will help her case? Or is this just another attempt to control the narrative? And let's talk about Anna. Is she making the right call by completely distancing herself from Blake? Or should she stay involved, just to clear her own name? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments below, and let's discuss this Hollywood mess. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Your support helps us bring you all the latest Hollywood drama, and trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Check out our next video, and we'll see you there.